Good evening. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight for this special occasion. Michael could not be here tonight, so he asked me to say a few words on his behalf. Naturally, this is slightly risky. When someone studies artificial intelligence, digital markets, influencers, virtual worlds, video games, consumer vulnerability, and the impact of academic research, asking an avatar to summarize the work is either highly appropriate or evidence that the research has gone too far. Nevertheless, let me try. Across Michael's recent papers, published since 2024, one question keeps returning. How do ideas, technologies, and people gain visibility, influence, and impact in changing markets? One part of this work starts with research itself. In The Unheard Voice of Marketing Research, the question is simple but uncomfortable. Why does so much marketing research remain almost invisible outside academia? In Measuring the Long-Term Impact of Business School Research, the question becomes broader. How should business schools understand research impact, not only through citations, but through teaching, society, managerial practice, and decision-making? Together, these papers ask, how does knowledge travel? Not only how it is published, but how is it heard? How is it used? And how does it change what others see, teach, discuss, or do? A second part of his work looks at markets transformed by technology. In A Whole New World, the focus is on generative AI and consumer research. What large multimodal models can already do, where they still fall short, and how they may change the research process itself. In Influencer Marketing Unlocked, the focus is on the creator economy, how firms, influencers, followers, and platforms create and capture value. And in To Be or Not to Be, the question is whether virtual worlds in the metaverse are merely another hype cycle, or whether they can become lasting market infrastructures. The specific contexts vary. Live streaming, video games, retail in gaming ecosystems, mature content creators, virtual worlds, and generative AI. But the underlying question is the same. What happens when markets are no longer shaped only by firms and consumers? When they are shaped by platforms, by creators, by algorithms, by avatars, by AI systems, and by decision environments that no single actor fully controls. But the research is not only about technology. In When the Road is Rocky, the focus is on consumer vulnerability in end-of-life care. That paper reminds us that consumers are not always rational, autonomous, confident decision makers. Sometimes they are fragile. Sometimes they depend on others. Sometimes the journey itself changes their vulnerability. And this matters because even the most advanced market system is still experienced by human beings. So, if there is one thread connecting this recent work, it is this. Markets are systems of influence. They shape what becomes visible, what becomes trusted, what becomes chosen, and what becomes impactful. Research matters when it helps us understand those systems more clearly. Research at its best creates frameworks that help others see the world differently. And if an AI can say that tonight, it is only because many very human things came first. Questions, co-authors, reviewers, students, colleagues, institutions, disagreements, revisions, and the occasional unreasonable deadline. But now Michael should probably take over again. Because impact can be explained by an AI, but gratitude should still come from the human.